Welcome to day 2 of our Royal Caribbean adventures. Today, we are at Perfect Day at CoCo Cay. Let's go explore. We just got off of our ship, and what are we greeted by? A rival Royal Caribbean ship. We have no idea who these imposters are, but their ship is almost the same size as ours.
There they are. I don't know who they are. They have a fun thing up there, though.
Odyssey.
It's the what?
It's the Odyssey. First impressions. I think this is cooler than Disney's dinky little island. Sorry. My bad.
As I previously said on our past video from Wonder of the Seas, I've been on multiple different Royal Caribbean ships before, but this is actually my very first time coming to Perfect Day at CoCo Cay, because every other time that I've been on a Royal Caribbean ship, this island has not existed, or it was like in construction. It's been a while. We have made our way down the very long pier all the way to Perfect Day at CoCo Cay. I'm already fairly confused on everything that's available / where everything is here on this island. So of course, you know, we had to pick up a park map, which sounds weird because it's a full island, not just like a theme park. If you happen to catch any of the vlogs from our Disney cruise that we did last May, you may remember this very fun fact about, well, I mean, it's not fun at all, actually, that these cruise trips become a little bit more complicated for the very fact that I'm allergic to salt water. And for most vacations, I normally don't go to the beach for that very reason. It does become a little bit more complicated here for Royal Caribbean and or other cruises because I know a lot of the pools may be saltwater pools and not even listed. I believe there's at least 1 or 2 on the ship that we're on, so it's gonna make it a little bit complicated. We've made it to our very first stop here on Perfect Day at CoCo Cay, which is Harbor Beach. This is one of the many beaches, and then I'll also show you where we are right now, which is right across the way from Skipper's Grill, one of the main like dining quick service areas here on Perfect Day at CoCo Cay. This is also the very end of the zip line. I don't know if you want to pan over and see this, but there's a very long zip line, longer than the one that they have on the ship, that ends right here at this island. So if you're like with a family that one person is doing it, this is where they end up, I guess. We have made it over to Chill Island, and what I'm wondering is, what is that other ship all the way out there? It does not look like a Royal Caribbean ship. It's a little too far for it to be taxiing people in. Isabel, what ship do you think that might be?
That's not a Royal Caribbean ship. Look at the markings on the front of the boat.
I don't know if I could see what's on the smokestack. It looks like a Norwegian. I've been on one Norwegian cruise before, and it looks like that's probably it. Maybe that's their island over there right next door. We've been on this island for a total of 15 minutes. We're already lost. I have no idea. I think we're like, we just saw these. I think these. So we're somewhere around. Yeah. Luckily here at Perfect Day at CoCo Cay, they have one of the largest freshwater pools in all of the Caribbean, which was like the main selling point of me getting off the ship today in the first place. And look at how beautiful, absolutely beautiful this place is. This is insane. The water is so clear. They have like a swim up bar over here, which I don't drink, so I don't know why I'm saying that's a sales point.
They have a little island library that you can borrow books from, and I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. As somebody who reads very frequently, I like that a lot.
If you've watched anyone else's vlog from the Perfect Day at CoCo Cay before, you'll probably be asking yourself at this point, Ryan, why aren't you going to the water park? Well, the Oasis pool is listed as a very large freshwater pool, and they don't really say anything about the water park itself in regards to fresh versus saltwater. So I'm just gonna assume that everything is saltwater, mainly because the abundance of saltwater in the area and the amount of water that it takes to run a water park. Not only that, it is $50 to get into the water park, and me paying $50 to find out I can't do anything would be a disaster. But if you are looking to enjoy the Thrill Water Park yourself, let me explain a little of what they have to offer. And of course, accompanied by some amazing B-roll from Royal Caribbean themselves, because again, I can't swim here. We have Daredevil's Peak, a towering 135-foot tallest water slide in North America. And I believe it's that red one all the way up there. Do you see that one right now? Yeah, that's We have Dueling Demons, twin drop slide launches 75 feet from a vertical position, which is the one that we saw like in the middle. It's gonna be hard to see from here. Screeching Serpent, a 50-foot long, tall, vertical speed slide. They also have a massive wave pool in this water park as well, which I'm a little confused why they need a wave pool. I'm pretty sure there's a wave pool surrounding this entire island.
I hate that we have to always compare things to Disney, but Perfect Day at CoCo Cay and Castaway Island are both private islands that are stops on cruises, so there are direct comparisons that should be made. I know This island is a lot newer. It's been built a lot more recently, and it really, really shows. It really shows.
I've been going to Castaway Island since I was like 6 years old. Does that tell you how old that island is? I mean, that one was converted from like possibly drug smuggling island to what it is now. There was an airport, a lot of weird history, look it up. But there is so much more to do here on this island. I think part of it being because it's newer, but also part of it being because Royal Caribbean has such a larger fleet of ships. They're all based in the Caribbean. Surprise, surprise, it's called Royal Caribbean after all. Another huge part of it is that this island could hold 2 ships of people at a time because the Disney Island pier only had one side stationable from a Disney cruise ship, so only one ship could be there at a time, meaning that double the amount of people will be on this island, if not more, because the Royal Caribbean ships are so much bigger. For example, over at Castaway, there are 2 dining locations, one that's a buffet, one that's kind of grab and go, I believe, compared to here where there are at least, how many did we see today? 3 that are included, plus other extra add-on ones, which is always the case for Royal Caribbean or Disney or any cruise line.
Maybe I had my expectations low because of Castaway Cay, but it's so nice here. Everything, it's not
cleanliness.
Yeah, it's so clean here too. Everything is so clean, and this island wasn't built last year. I know this island wasn't built in 2022. Oh my God, it's 2024. Sorry, 2023. I know this island wasn't built last year, so they're the upkeep that they're doing on this island is incredible. Also, all the workers on this island are so incredible. Also, just on the cruise ship too, over the top. Everyone always says oh, cast members go out of their way to help you, which they do, but you're not missing anything by not having that Disney magic on the ship, which I'm sure we'll touch on more, but everyone up and out of their way to help you.
It is only a couple days into our Royal Caribbean vacation. We have already toyed with the idea of doing a direct comparison video, Disney versus Royal Caribbean cruise lines. So if you're interested in possibly seeing that video in the future, probably not along with the drops of these videos, but down the line, please let me know in the comments below. Comment in all caps, say chicken butt, and then I'll know that you're interested in seeing that video, which honestly, I think we're probably gonna do anyway, but just let me know.
The water is distractingly blue. Every time we try to film something, I'm just
Do it again. Look at that blue.
Wow.
We had such a fun, busy time on the cruise yesterday. I feel like we missed a decent chunk of things that we actually have been returning to time and time again here on the cruise ship. And I guess that's exactly why we brought this vlog back on the ship rather than just staying on the island. My favorite part about staying on the ship for a majority of the day when we're here at port is that the ship is mostly empty. Now we are headed to Central Park to check out the cafe that we didn't highlight in the other video. Oh, we're here. Isabel, point to me where our room is. Do you know where our room is?
It's on the other side. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken.
We come out and she points that's our room. That's not our room.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get lost in this ship.
I have zero sense of direction as it is. I've been having nightmares about getting lost on the ship for weeks now. So.
Well, now it's a reality. Prepping for this trip, we watched a lot of editorial videos on oh, here's the things you need to know. And one thing that they didn't mention is that all the footage they use in those videos is either while it's a port day or it's right when they get on the ship, everything was filmed because it was jam-packed opening day and it was just But now this is a breeze. Park Cafe is one of the many grab-and-go locations that are included with your stay here on any Royal Caribbean cruise, or at least the Oasis class ships that have them. There are so many different choices for soups and salads and sandwiches here at Park Cafe, but I had to go with the one that I absolutely loved last time I was on one of these ships, which was so long ago, but they still have it, and that is a roast beef sandwich. Now this is freshly carved roast beef on a roll, as well as I got a cream of vegetable soup. Oh, ow, that's hot. I'll show you in a sec. And I just had to dive into my roast beef sandwich first. This is a very hard roll, harder than I expected. Let's see. This is really, really, really good. Do I have stuff on my face still?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, reviews of food is really different when you're on a cruise and everything is included, because this could be bad and it would still be good because it's it feels free. At least I think this is great. The soup was really, really good too.
I got a classic Cuban and Italian wedding soup with an iced tea to drink My panini's really good. I like the panini a lot. I don't love squash and zucchini, so I don't love the soup very much. The rest of it's good, but like, I love Italian wedding soup. So I just saw Italian wedding soup and was like, but I didn't read the fine print that said you're gonna have a lot of vegetables.
From Central Park on deck 8 all the way up to deck 14, we've got a couple more stops. Pardon my French, but this f***ing ice cream is absolutely delicious and is literally my highlight of the entire cruise. Number 2 highlight. And it's probably the one thing I'm gonna miss most, a soft serve ice cream machine that I could just walk up to at any point and just grab a nice swirl cone whenever I feel like it and be a total fatty on this cruise, which I gotta work some of this off when I get back home. Ugh.
Things that I wish I had brought on this cruise. Number 1, binoculars or some form of telescope so that I could stare out across the ocean and create.
Telescope, really?
I don't know. Then I could ceremoniously yell "land ho." On that note, it would have been better if we had a outward-facing balcony. If we have binoculars with inward-facing balcony, that's kind of creepy. But you know, I'd be out here because there's a boat way out yonder. I lost it. Do you still see it?
All the way over there.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, I want to creep on it. I want to see what's going on over there. Number 2, a bag that's big enough to carry my book when whichever book I'm reading. This is big enough to hold my Kindle in it, but it's not big enough to hold
What book are you reading right now?
Bride by Allie Hazelwood. And number 3 is my own towel, because I'm weird about like hotel towels and stuff. So.
But our number 1 thing that we've enjoyed most on this cruise so far is the adults only area, the Solarium, which is not like adults only area entertainment or anything like that. It's literally just a spot to relax, and it's in this big dome. I feel like I'm on Living with the Land, except minus all the boring parts of it. It's perfectly temperature controlled in there. There's multiple different pool lounge areas. There's hot tubs. There's this really cool hot tub, which I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys. I'm gonna show a vertical clip of it right here, because nobody was in it, and I just don't want to. It's kind of hard to film these areas, mainly because people are there to relax, and I just don't want to be invasive and film them in their swimmies or anything like that. But I absolutely love this spot. It's a perfect spot for reading, right, Isabel?
Yes, I finished a book in here yesterday. Disney's like adults only area on the Wish was like.
They have a single hot tub over here. An afterthought.
Yes, like an afterthought. It was like, to compare it to like here, it looks like just the patio area of the teen club.
Correct.
That's what, like, it's crazy the difference. It's an entire whole system. Like, not a whole system, but it's huge. There's so much space. There's so many pools. On the Wish, it was a nightmare. There was like nowhere for anyone to sit. It was hard to find. It was just like, it was terrible. It was terrible. And there weren't even that good of view. I mean, I suppose the views were okay, but like the views from the Solarium are beautiful. There's even there's a Solarium bistro, so there's actually a restaurant inside there too that's adults only. So I love it.
And that's like a major part of Royal Caribbean, for us at least, is because yes, we do not mind being around kids. It's something that's fully given, being a local to Orlando, but we just have that way to escape here on this cruise. As we're on the Disney cruise, that really wasn't the case. And we did go on the Wish. I've been on the other ships, but when I was on the other Disney ships, it was not the newer one. It's all the older ships, and I was not an adult at the time, so maybe we'll have to go back, but maybe not. I don't know. Stay tuned. Since this is the second of the 2 video series from here on Wonder of the Seas, we decided to take this moment on our final day to leave a couple tips if you happen to be sailing on Wonder of the Seas, or any Royal Caribbean ship for that matter.
Take your first day to explore the ship and really get to know the layout so you don't get lost. It's a very large ship, very, very big. As you might recall from our first video on the series, it was day 3 on the ship, and we were still getting lost because we did not take the time to learn the ship.
One tip that we have kind of alluded to a little bit before, but one that is definitely very, very good to keep in consideration, is that the lowest crowds that you're going to find any day here on the ship is while the ship is in port. Now, that does not mean you should not go out and explore whatever port that you're at. All that I'm saying is that if you really want to get the ship with 0 crowds in it, that's really the only time that you have, and maybe come back a little early and experience that a little bit where you can.
Our next tip would be to go to the main dining room every night. That's by far where the best food is. It's so good. The staff is amazing. I don't know why people skip the main dining room, honestly. I love it there. It's been so amazing every single night.
We've not really highlighted anything in either of these videos from the main dining room other than right now, obviously. But I kind of wish we did, because the best food that we've had the entire trip, above the main buffet, above the exclusive dining that we did earlier, obviously above Margaritaville, was the food that was here at the main dining room. The menu changes every single night. Here's just some selections from what we got during the trip from the photos that I could scavenge through, because we didn't document this a lot, but I have some clips from our last night, obviously, and here's some, yeah, okay.
Our last and final tip would be not to get a room that's right below the pool deck. So on this ship, that's deck 14. We constantly hear people running and stomping on, like, right above our heads, and it's really disruptive and really loud. So, and that's our bad. That was poor planning on our part. We should have gone a floor down, and I think it would have been a lot quieter.
I want to thank all the Pity viewers for tuning in to this wonderful mini-series here from Wonder of the Seas. As much fun as we've had, I'm actually pretty excited to get back to Orlando covering Disney and Universal theme parks, which I guess segues really great into saying that if you are new to this channel and you happen to like theme parks, that subscribe button is really easy to find. And I will see you all in the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, bye.